So, last session, having wrapped up the deal with the Temple of Incendium and plans to get the rod or staff to Pyronyx, the group set their sights back on the Orc Brothers. Upon asking around town with stuff, and finally reuniting back with Electra, seems like the town might be hiding something about it. Upon gathering some clues, they decided to confront their considered smarter brother living in kind of the older part of town, where Lyric decides to go in alone and talk to the orc gentleman. And that is where we're going to start the session today. So, Lyric, looking at this orc, he looks very similar to the wanted posters you've seen. Kind of got that same kind of big teeth that are kind of sticking out of his mouth, like you see on most other orcs and you've seen.
Lyric just looks up to God. That's very racist, God.
Like, that's just those typical orc features, I should say. So
He looks like an orc.
Yeah. I'm not good at
green, black hair, has big teeth, probably smells okay.
He doesn't smell.
Oh.
It, however, does say.
I didn't say he smelled bad. He could smell nice.
He speaks only the finest of Cockney.
He does, in fact, possess an aroma.
But you can see his hair he has nicely kempt hair. He's wearing nice clothes. So, he keeps himself well.
She just looks over to him. I could see why people would be confused and would take you in for the bounties on your brothers.
Well, we are quadruplets, so we do all look the same, so.
Yeah, we met one of them on our way here to this town, just before the dust storm settled in.
Grug, did he? Suppose he's trying to make sure you're well supplied for the trip across the desert, I imagine.
Yeah, he was quite nice. It makes me wonder why there's a couple of you that are not so nice.
Not so nice. Yes, they've gotten that reputation lately. So tell me, why are you trying to capture them?
She just, looks... Because I want money, that's why.
And what do you intend to take them in alive or dead?
Well, I mean, hopefully alive, but, if we have to defend ourselves and they happen to die along the way, then, hey...
Tell me, do you know why they got their bounties?
See, that's why I was going to ask you, along with, where they're at, because, I'm always interested in telling stories of criminals.
It just sneezes.
Do you remember the attack that happened in the capital and all the other four main cities a couple months ago?
I do.
So tell me, do you know what happened here?
Would she know what happened here?
You can roll a history check to see if you would have potentially heard this through the grapevine.
That is an 11.
11? Now, you heard that basically some of the weirder, more obscure monsters that live out in the desert seem to attack the city and other variant outlying parts of it.
I heard that there were some sort of beasts or monsters that attacked the outlying parts of the city.
Yes, and well, let's just say my brothers got caught up in that.
Caught up how?
Now, I heard this secondhand through them. That there was some lady, they said, told them that there was going to be some people attacking the town coming up that same day.
All right.
and that they said they would be coming from out in the desert somewhere.
Okay.
And the attack happened, like as you saw. The town guard were distracted, and you met Grug, right?
Yes.
He's not the, of the four of us, I'm the better of intellectually wise.
I I I I see that there's a point coming. Can you just get to it, please?
Yes, I will get to the point. My brothers Grog and Greg are not the... They were blessed with what you'd say more orc characteristics than I was.
Okay.
More brawn than brains.
That's fine. Did they commit any crimes?
Well, the lady told them during that attack there'd be some, like I said, people coming to attack
Uh-huh.
the city.
Uh-huh.
What they didn't realize is those people that they saw were running from the monsters and not attacking the city.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Okay,
know
so
the full story because my brothers couldn't explain it the best.
okay, so some lady came and told them that people were coming to destroy the city, and so they were trying to protect the city.
Yes, they were unfortunate
Is that why the rest of the
traitors.
town is trying to protect them?
What was that?
Is that why the rest of the town is trying to protect them?
So you caught on to that, huh?
It's pretty obvious. No one wants to talk about anything. Um, there's I can empathize with you in seeing that your brothers may have been tricked, but they still committed a crime.
Yes. Yes, they did. I am trying to track this lady down and bring her to justice so they can be cleared of their names. That is why their town is helping hide them.
She's just Lyric's just gonna look at him and just be like, "What have you found out about this lady? What do you know what she looks like? Any origins, anything like that?"
He kind of pats his book. All's my brothers remember was she had brown hair.
Okay, that's really not a lot to go off of that I probably don't want to request a history roll on just yet. Um, she
They could,
looks
and that
she
she seemed well dressed.
and she seemed well dressed. Okay. Again, that doesn't super help with Lyric. Um, Lyric gets an idea. Lyric knows that Victor's brother is in charge of the Navy, right?
Yes.
That's pretty blatantly obvious at this point. Lyric looks at him. Well, I have some good news for you and your brothers, if you wish to indulge me for a moment. I am currently working with a mercenary company. Should you task us with the task of finding this woman who framed your brothers and misled them into committing, well, murder, uh, I can offer you protection in the form of, well, I basically know the head of the Navy. Um, if you allow us to talk to your brothers, we may be able to get them into protection and get the bounty gone, and you will be done with this trouble, and we will find this woman for you.
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Ooh.
Because you explained that really well.
All right, hold on. I've got that's a 26.
He kind of does that thing where he, makes a pyramid with his fingers and kind of puts them up by his bridge of his nose like he's, and closes his eyes and starts to think. Huh.
I can't promise you your brothers still won't be punished for committing the murders, but what I can say is that while we're looking for this person, your brothers will be ensured that no one's going to be coming after them, and we'll find an answer for them somewhere. They won't be thrown in jail for life. They're not going to be, you know, there's not going to be capital punishment for them. That's basically what we can do for you. At worst, they might spend some time in jail for it because they still committed the act, but at least they won't be killed for it or never see the light of day again.
Hmm. I suppose we could make that work. Where is your mercenary company? Are they in town still?
Yes. In fact, they're kind of roaming the neighborhood in case, things got bad between us, which I didn't anticipate, but, you never know.
Let me roll something for him quick, too. Did it have anything to do with that girl that thought I was one of my brothers the other day?
Blair just kind of leans forward. It might have to do with something with that girl who thought you were one of the brothers, which I apologize
Yeah.
for. You guys do look a lot alike, so we appreciate that you were so accommodating for the thorn in the side.
Yeah, usually when people confuse me for one of my brothers, they take me over to Fort Eagle. She decided to take me to the capital. That's why I went along with it.
I mean, have you tried one of their newfangled foods that I've seen on the street? It's called a taco. That's what it is, a taco.
I can't say that I did.
Marketing.
Okay, so I'll make sure that we'll get you a taco next time. Oh wait, there's not going to be a next time because we're going to do. I'll make sure to have a carrier pigeon bring you a taco.
He looks a little confused with this. Okay, I won't say no to free food.
Okay, well, there. Thanks for a second. We should probably go get my mercenary company and probably go get the innkeeper because I had doubts about him. So we should probably get going.
The innkeeper? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's trustworthy.
Stubborn and loyal, and I appreciate all of the effort he was going into. It would have just been easier if he told us the truth.
Probably would if he maybe trusted you more, but new to town, so probably didn't.
Again, understandable. And Larry just gets up. She pushes open the door, pats the pumper.
Victor, were you listening to any of that when when that was going on?
You know it. Because not to say he doesn't trust Lyric, he just doesn't. He questions how. If anything happens, he doesn't really want that on his conscience, so he'd rather be in a position to do something than to do nothing. He's an
Says,
asshole,
okay.
but he's not that big of an asshole.
So Grigg goes, yes. I will bring you to where they are. Meet me at the front gates in about an hour. I got to get a supply run for stuff for them to bring out to them. I just need to prepare that. I'm a day or so behind because of your friend dragging me off to Sirius.
All right. We'll get that. We're gonna go to the inn. I'll have my mercenary company leader send word forward to all the right people that we need to ensure your brothers are protected for the moment.
I put in a lot of faith in you. As he kind of pages through his book.
Like I said, this is probably the best we can offer at the moment. We have a generous amount of connections, and with how crazy things have been recently, I'm sure there can be an understanding that we can arrange for your brothers and your family. Yeah.
Very well. I will see you in an hour. As he starts going into his backpack and starts putting some stuff inside of it.
Lyric goes ahead and gets Pupper, picks him up. She's going to minor illusion, a shout that can be heard. We're all good.
That's like you.
You got to meet up with Would you guys have had a meeting place after this was done? I should say.
The inn.
The inn. Okay.
Yes, of course.
We want to get that innkeeper, make sure he's okay.
Okay. So you guys meet all back up at the inn a few minutes later.
Yep.
See the innkeeper just kind of preparing stuff for the day behind the counter. His
Where'd
crow is
Electra
sitting on
go?
the main perch behind the counter.
Where'd Electra go?
What?
Where'd Electra go? She was tasked to get the innkeeper to bring him to us.
Something happened. Boom, boom, boom.
As you're coming in there, she walks in the door. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. 'Cause I forgot about it.
That's fine. It makes sense for Electra for her to get distracted.
As you walk in, you hear him go, what is it? I forgot. But noonish or afternoon, morning. It's that hard time of day. It's hard to tell. How are you guys doing today?
Well,
Hale and Hardy, I think. Looks around to confirm Hale and or Hardy.
Yeah, Lyric would have explained what happened as we were going to the inn.
Victor, who's like I said, been paying, whose power was paying attention to the conversation, would be as soon as Lyric brought up that they might have been manipulated by some other outside party, would lean in real close to Lyric. And did they get? And what sort of description did they give for this woman?
Well-dressed, brown hair. Not a lot.
Liam, would you allow me a roll to see if that sounds familiar, based upon past
Yeah, go ahead.
things that's gone on between you know who? Sure thing. Let's see. That would be a history check, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 22. Does that sound like who I think it sounds like?
No, it does not, because her hair is black.
Still suspicious though, because that sounds like something she would do considering she shape changes, but
But yeah, it does sound like something
Ziatha would do.
Xanatha would do. I blanked on her name for a second there.
Yeah. So yeah, so did I. But I'm just glad we know who I'm talking about. Yeah. It's not enough to go on. Well, at the very least, we can get this cleared up. Yeah. Not to be a jerk about it, but I'm really getting tired of the desert. When I get back, of something that's a little bit more promising and straightforward in terms of work.
You hear the bartender go, yeah, but then you can't have any more of the prickly pear fruit liquor if you leave. And he's kind of holding a bottle in his hand.
You know, you drive a hard bargain there. I'm sure it's going to be a shame to miss the prickly pear fruit drink. Sure. Boy,
Have a case of it shipped back to the capital.
I absolutely will have case shipped back to the capital.
Yeah, if you want to buy a bottle, I can sell you one for 15 gold.
Dude, stock up.
Victor thinks it over.
Don't think about it.
How to say? We already got jerky, so we got the jerky, the preserved meat. So whatever's left from that. Um, can he, can he try and persuade him to go a little bit lower? Only because
Roll for it.
yeah, he's gonna try and persuade him and say, yeah, how many people you get exactly out here looking for that particular drink? Could you go a little lower?
You fail and he doubles it. I swear to God.
Persuasion, 18.
Well, I know Jinx buys it a lot, but yeah, I can drop it down to 10 gold for you.
Perfect. And he will say deal and pass the gold over.
You now have a sealed bottle of prickly pear fruit liqueur. Labeled Cactus Jack.
Oh,
Bang bang!
It's going to my personal stash.
That's what it says. Like the bottom of the label says "bang banging" in quotations.
And add it to the inventory.
So, what do you wish to do with this hour before you meet up with the good old Grigg?
So, other than that, I'd mostly go over lyric about like, okay, what exactly did you promise him that we were going to have to?
I mean,
Say, how exactly?
I technically didn't promise him anything. I said we would be his best option to ensure his brothers aren't taken in or killed.
And you're assuming I can go through my brother to do that.
I mean, do any of us have a brother that is the head of the Navy? She just kind of looks around.
Not to the best of my knowledge.
I think we're actually forgetting a tiny little EDB eensy wincy fact.
No.
Me and my brother are not exactly on the best of terms. Luckily, but luckily we do have others we can go through. We might be more lenient on
Well,
our
either way,
word.
we have connections to people in the higher ups in the military. If we can establish that we have a sense of doubt about the voraciousness of their intent of killing those people, it's a bigger help than capturing them and just bringing them in.
And might be if we're lucky, might be even able to use a bit of like devil's advocate. Yes, haha, funny joke. We might be able to use them a bit as bait to get out because obviously someone's gonna not want them talking about that and going to want to have them silence, assuming they can this whole thing goes through.
Well,
So
I
they're
was
probably their safer bet would be in the capital.
I was assuming that the whole idea was just someone put a bounty on them for them to be killed and brought in dead.
That's a fair point.
That's the easiest way to cover up the tracks, right?
Or if they have or if they're up to this sort of tactics, they're probably would also maybe hire assassins as well. It's not unlikely.
Well, what's the best way to protect them? Bring them in as
Yeah, no. It's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing. We should bring it back to the capital. Let them like let plead their case. Yada yada yada. Points though. And if you get people listening, then yeah, they'll probably want the. Or if they're connected to certain people, who I think they might be too. Then this might be a better bet for any of us.
well, that was my
Stuff it,
idea.
and it's certainly how keep them alive. So, for the most part, outside of that, whatever happens, happens. I'm, I'm pretty sure they'll at least appreciate the fact that we're not just looking to bring in bodies. Well, it's the best play we've got, so why not? Anybody else got anything they want to do before they get here?
No, I'm also just about ready to get out of the desert.
Also, if this is what they wanted to kill the two brothers that committed the crimes, we should do something about that on the way to get to the capital.
Like, unless you got a hat in disguise or some kind of way of, making him making him less obvious as who they are.
She just stares at Victor's. Is like, we have there's four of them.
And they're probably gonna wipe out the whole family, so they'll be looking for orcs. I'm assuming you have costume kits on hand.
We take the two brothers that are not the ones who are suspect. We send them forward with Electra, and then we have the ones that are.
Oh, shell game.
I can do that, she pipes in.
That'd be risky. You sure you're up for it? This is all assuming somebody is going to come after them. So
It'd be easier with just the three of them versus, we're going to be a huge group with two plus all of us, and we should split ourselves up anyway. And we should probably bring in the other two brothers who aren't wanted to the capital, so that way they're protected too.
yeah, they're not being used as leverage. No, I get that. In that case, they try to just based off that. We probably want to have one additional person with each brother. I'd rather not put all our eggs in one basket. So we'll have one of the Warner brothers and one of the other brothers go with the first group, and the other two with us. So it's just simply a matter from that point.
We can go. It goes Electra. She does that. We can have the smart one, and then one of the ones that's wanted. And she kind of looks around. We can send one of us with them too. She kind of looks at Mountain Blood. Would you want to go ahead with Electra and two of the brothers, and we'll be maybe an hour behind you? And
yeah, that probably will work out best. As if one of them, like, we spend the groups of say two and two and 2 and 3. So yeah,
there's 9 people total. We can make this.
yeah, I'm just saying, you get my point. Is that we're covered regardless. So if one group gets intercepted, the other group can either help out or make it to safety. Is my point.
And remember, it is like a 2 days journey, so.
Yeah, and we won't be far behind. We'll be an hour maybe behind them. So
yeah, so it's just anticipating in case any of us get intercepted, either group can deal with the problem or get away.
Yep, and one can either run forward to the group ahead, or the one can fall back to the group behind.
So, Mountain Blood, you're up with me of Electra and the other two brothers?
And being a little extra muscle on the front lines, kind of stretching. I think I can handle that much.
Yeah, so one group of 4 and one group of 5. Yeah, so as long as everyone has something to bring to the table, or at least can book it, then yeah, I think we should be good. At the very least, we can like I said, at the very least, put this whole matter to rest. I'm sure they will. It sounds like we got a plan. Where the hell is my book? I have to read it. Does anybody else have anything they would like to chime in, or are we all basically cast our votes?
Yeah, it sounds like as good a plan as we're gonna get.
I've bespoken.
Okay, so you meet with the Grigg out by the town entrance, he said to meet you at?
Yep.
Kind of see him leaning against a wall kind of by the outside. Sees you. So these are the mercenaries you were working with, huh?
Victor just kind of does a there's a simple post like, "Yep, welcome to I gotta remember the name right. Canis Fortuna,
It's-
fresh out of capital."
I'm putting a lot of faith in you. You better not let me down. You see Electric kind of waving at the guy, kind of like that happy-go-lucky, really fast hand wave.
Hi, guys.
Nice to see you again, too, miss. Well then, are we ready to set out? You got plenty of water? Because we will be going across unmarked or traveled roads. No, not the. But I'm wording this wrong. Not generally taken paths to get to where they're hiding.
Off that beaten path, the
Yep.
old dusty trail.
Following the
Uh,
unbeaten path.
Lyric
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
this
kind of raises her hand. Well, can we get your brother Grog first? He was kind of close to town. We need kind of all of you.
Located in scenic, historic bumfuck nowhere.
He is like a day's walk from here. It's about half a day to them.
Okay. Which direction are we? Okay, so they're kind of in the same vicinity, so we can stop off and pick him up on the way back to the capital.
Yes, you could pick up the
Okay.
fourth brother on the way back to the capital.
Okay, that's fine.
He is at kind of like the desert, grasslands border area river.
That's fine as long as we can get him too. We figured it was a good idea that we probably pull all of you to the capital because it takes time to get those bounty boards updated, and we assume that whomever set your brothers to kill those people probably wants to clean up their tracks. Assume that the dead part would be the most likely outcome of the dead or alive part. So
Have a point there. So
don't
far,
wanna
no
risk-
one's been super aggressive towards me, although I've faked being my brothers once or twice to throw them off the trail.
You just never know. The longer something's up on the board, the more it seems like it's dangerous. But I mean, you've done a good job of at least complying and hiding your brothers away. But there's going to become a point where people are going to get tired of staring at it and desperate. So
Okay,
alright, well,
well,
let's go get your brothers then.
yeah, it's well, it's follow me. He doesn't want to really say where they which direction it is. But as you see, he starts going kind of southwest or southeast, sorry.
Okay.
He follows what looks like a normal path for a while, for about an hour or so. But about then he kind of deers off. It was kind of a easterly facing road, but after a while he starts drifting south on it, like off. You notice like a couple of cactus you like see just okay, and he kind of turns direct south by them. Okay, well we should be out of earshot now, so it's a little bit still a couple hours from here, but there'll be a couple winding paths we go through, so stick close to me. Everyone give me survival check here.
That one.
17.
right. Survival check, you said, right?
Yes.
13.
And Mountain Blood?
Hold on, it's asking what kind of input value I need to put. 5.
Okay, so after a while, he kind of leads to like what looks like what was like a dried out riverbed area where it's like the sand seems to like there's like plateaus and stuff where there's paths between them and like rocky outcrops and stuff like that. Apparently, at one point, both Mountain and Darius, you kind of took a left when you should have taken a right with the rest of the group. And it looks like Mountain Blood followed you, and you lost sight of the other group.
Wait a minute. Where did everybody go?
Victor, Lyric, give me an I'm drawing a blank. Perception check.
4.
Oh, jeez. Oof.
12.
Wow, good thing for that 12. Lyric, you feel like something's missing.
Oh. Oh, great. We lost a couple of
Yeah, I think Electric chimes up. I think Mountain Blood and Andaris took a wrong turn back there by those rocks, Mr. Grigg. You gotta pause this for a second. Well, there's a reason they are hiding around here. Where do you think they turned?
Victor has like no clues. He's just looking around like, where the hell are those two get off to?
Okay, so we'll cut over to Andaris and Mountain Blood. So what are you guys gonna do now that you notice you've lost the group?
I think we should probably attempt to go back.
Just,
Whichever direction that was.
just walking along. Well, this is a fine mess.
How did we lose the...
Yes. How did we possibly lose them in all this distinctive scenery? Gestures around to the dune sea.
Well, right now you're more in rocky outcropping area.
Ah,
So you're like R2D2 going down that one rocky outcropping, like, man, I don't like this.
So what are your guys' plan to find them?
Let's try and go back in the opposite direction. Let's see if we can't retrace our steps and see stuff that might be familiar
Okay,
to...
give me another
what we
survival check.
all right.
High roll.
Andaris, you get disadvantage because of that nat 1 you had on the last one.
Spectaculous.
19.
8.
Okay, so both of you give me a perception check now.
Yep.
3. Actually, no, that was a nat 1 with +2, so that's 3.
Also 8.
Yeah. Mountain Blood, you think you went the right way, but nothing here looks familiar because it's all distinct, not really descript dune sea kind of thing. And Darius, you remember this is the part where you think you turned, so you look like you're on the right path again, but you're not 100% sure. We're going to cut back to the other group. So what are you guys going to do to try to find them?
I mean, there's one easy thing I can do. I can just do this. I just throw my clairvoyance eye as high as I can and see if I can find them.
Okay, give me a perception check with advantage.
That's a good one. Okay. That is a 23.
Okay, so yeah, you see a couple of the things that catch your eye. For one, you do see them kind of couple turns back from where you were, just kind of standing there looking like they're trying to figure out where they are. But also, kind of in the direction you're going, you see a small oasis, and you think a weird-looking sand dune that doesn't seem to match with the rest of the area by that oasis, and a bunch of green by it too. So there's some good plantage there.
All right. First things first are her friends. She looks at Victor. Can I use the pup?
Yeah, right ahead.
She just goes. She points in the direction that that Andaris and Mountain Blood are in. Fetch.
Okay, so around this time, you see Mountain Blood and Andaris. You see Gnarl come running up to you. He sees you, kind of sits by you, starts wagging his tail, and just panting heavily.
Oh, he's a good pupper.
Mm-hmm. That's who found us.
Now that he's done that, he kind of like turns around, starts slowly walking away again.
Wait, slow down.
What's that, lassie? Andaris fell down the well.
So do you follow him?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, a couple minutes later, Gnarl comes back with Mountain Blood and Andaris in tow.
Greetings. We just had to go sightseeing for a little bit.
Yeah, you hear Grigg pop up. Yeah. Pay attention to where you're going. We're almost there.
I'm sorry. I am blind. I can't see where I'm going.
Can everyone give me a con check now?
Check.
Oh boy, I love those. At a moment. Stay
Let's
con check, not
see.
save.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's
Eight.
6.
Um,
I can't
Modified
believe
20.
the people with the
Yeah,
best con are
one.
the ones failing.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
one
apparently the
plus
desert's
four,
starting to
five.
get to all of you. You're starting to chug through your water a little bit faster than you probably should be, honestly. So everyone but Andaris is down a full water skin at this point.
Water skin.
Unless you want to try to tough it out, but I would not advise that. But yeah, about an hour later, you kind of get to a big kind of open looking area, and Lyric, you notice this is that oasis you saw from the sky with your clairvoyance. So let me... And you see what looks like a disguised building sitting out in front of you. Guys, you see Grigg go, please stay back for a little bit. I am going to go confront my brothers. As he starts
All right.
walking up the path. Oh, what are you gonna do when he's doing that?
They're
Local shrubbery.
Okay, you're gonna go look at it.
Yeah, just take it all in.
Give me an investigation check when you're looking at it.
$15.
Yeah, these are plants that are growing here that are some kind of food. They look like some kind of rooted vegetable.
Tasty.
That they've been watering from the oasis over there. You see a few spots here that have been picked, like some of the fully grown ones that are edible now. So they look like potatoes.
oh Tate.
Those? You boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew? Otherwise, Vader's just going to kind of keep his eyes towards the house, or the house, hut, home, whatever. They're just trying, not basically trying to see, wait for Greg to come back out, or at least give the all clear that we can come forward.
Yeah, about after 5 minutes, he gives you kind of waves you to come on up.
They're just gonna instantly sprint to the oasis and fill up her water skin.
Yeah, if the is there any like trees or any kind of shade by the oasis?
We're just gonna wait until we sure to see the brothers first before he fills up his water skin.
Yep, you see 2 orcs sitting in there. One of them's kind of munching on a raw potato. Another one's sitting on kind of the bed, just staring there lackadaisically. Oh, brother, you brought friends? They help us? The other one's just kind of crunching on a potato. We're gonna make it so we don't have to go to jail, or it's kind of crunching on that full potato. They're going
Bites
to
into it
try,
like an apple.
brothers. Yeah, basically eating a potato like an apple.
But it's just gonna take a moment to this taking taking the scene like family. Am I right? It's just going to kind. He's whispering that to basically to Greg.
Yes, family indeed. You don't get to choose them.
Yeah, I wish that was less real. All right, so I'm saying once my team finishes filling up their water skins, so let your brothers know you should probably be heading out soon. We'll of course explain everything on the way.
We gonna leave now? Says the one sitting on the bed.
I would feel better if we leave sooner than later. Don't know who might be actually we didn't check to see if anyone was trying to follow us. Did we?
You never asked.
Well, I guess now's better late than never. Victor's gonna take a it's gonna take a quick look outside, just and scan the horizon, make sure no one is trying to follow them or at least spying on them.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Let's see if this will actually go through. 5. Yay.
Yeah, basically the area you're in, it's kind of surrounded by rocks and kind of like those valley-like entrances that you use to come in here. So you can't really see much, so there's a lot of places, if people were following you, they could easily hide from you at this point.
Fantastic. So is it about midday?
Yeah, a little bit past about 2 o'clock.
Yeah, probably hang out soon would be the best. It's way too open. We're way too open and exposed out here.
Yeah,
So
be on our
we
guard then.
leaving now, says the one
Yeah.
kind of, as he's finishing up his last bite of his potato.
Yes, we're leaving now.
Mm.
Actually, let me go fill up my water skin since everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, Grigg goes, that's probably a wise idea. It is the hottest time of the day in the desert. But we need to move, I guess.
And
Come,
we're
brothers, grab supplies you can and some food for the road.
we're dealing with 9 people in total, so it's best to have extra supplies
As he
and
kind
not
of
need them.
stomps out, yes, more potatoes. I love potatoes. As he kind of starts just picking some out of the ground and throwing them into a backpack he's grabbed with him on his way out.
Yay.
Are we going to go help more people, brother? Says the one that's walking out. Yes, yes. We're gonna go make sure you can help more people. Good. Kind of looks at you, Mountain Blood. He's about the same height as you. Ooh, don't see many people tall as Grog very often. Are you strong? You look strong.
Hey, boy, let's wrestle.
I am very strong, much like you. I admire your physical stature.
He kind of goes up for like the not Terminator, the big muscly handshake from what's that movie? Predator?
Predator. Yeah.
Kind of goes up for that kind of handshake with you.
I go for it as well.
Give me a strength check.
Motherfucker.
Alright. Let's see. Hate this new little feature. 19.
As this guy's got a good grip on him, you can kind of feel that your bones like starting to move around a little bit, but not like painful wise, because you're gripping him just as good, so it's kind of counteracting it. Ah, yes, you are indeed strong. Wish I could fight you, but we should not fight people that are nice.
Yeah, maybe a light spar sometime, but definitely not a true fight.
Sparring. Yes, that would be enjoyable. He kind of pulls off this big battle axe off his back. Yeah, we know spar with this. And kind of puts it back on his back.
Yes, that's why they invented sparring, specifically to fight people who are nice.
As you notice, the other brother, which is Greg, just kind of pulling out more potatoes and stuffing them in his backpack. We know coming back, big brother. As he kind of aims at Greg. Yes, we should take as many of these potatoes as we can. You guys mind grabbing some of these too? As he kind of walks over and starts grabbing some himself. That was an invitation. Yep. Do you guys want to take any potatoes?
Yeah. Load up.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
16.
16? Anyone else going to take potatoes?
Right there does not have high enough survival check for drawing potatoes. No, he'll be fine.
Here. Let's see. 4.
Lyric's alright. She doesn't need potatoes.
Yeah, yep. Mountain Blood, you managed to pull a few leaves off, but you managed to get about a pound of potatoes. And Darius, you do pretty good. You get about 5 pounds of potatoes. Enough to fill a small sack.
Well, hot dang.
The big brother grabs about 20 pounds, so. So does the other brother. He gets about that much as well, because he's smarter, but he still does have some good strength to him, so. Meanwhile, you see, we go into desert now. He kind of just goes up to the thing and just dunks his head into the oasis, and you can hear, like, bubbles going on as he's chugging water. He kind of just flashes his head out. Ah, refreshing. You should try it, too, as he kind of looks over to Mountain Blood. It feels good. As do you, red-skinned man.
I don't see why not. Victor will just take off his helmet, splash some water in his face, just try and cool off for a bit.
I'll do it too.
Dunk your entire head.
Yep. Take a good sip of, take a couple chugs of water too then.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, you come out just nice and refreshed. Feel like you could take on the desert pretty well after doing that. Anyone else have anything they want to do before they head out?
Rick just opens up
I mean-
her umbrella.
Yeah, Darius has gotten into the habit of just in general keeping an eye out for cactus fruit. If he happens to, run afoul of some, just lop one off. But
Okay.
Not much. Vader's just gonna redon his helmet and just kind of and starts getting everybody split up into teams.
Well, you hear Grigg go, well, we're burning daylight, guys. We should get going before. Don't want to travel in the desert too much at night either. Other issues arise from that.
It's bandits, it's wildlife, mummies, all that jazz.
Yeah, those mummies can be dangerous sometimes.
Here's hoping we don't run into one this time.
Yeah, there were a couple months back. You hear Grog go, I took one out myself.
If we're splitting parties here, we need to go get your other brother who's southwest of town.
Yeah, when are you going to be splitting parties?
Are we gonna do it here? Or are we
Let's
all
think-
gonna go as a group to go get the other brother and split there?
I was figuring that we split here.
Okay.
Hey, who's going with who then?
Oh, we need to decide who's gonna go pick up the other brother. So we have Electra, the three quadruplets of the four, and then our party.
Grigg does chime in. It would be about the end of day's travel when we get to Grug. We could travel as a group till then and split it for the second day's travel.
that might not be a bad idea.
If we
Yeah,
split here, we
think
can
not.
send your two brothers that are wanted through the desert off the beaten path. That might be safer for them.
Yeah, that the whole point. The whole point was to keep one of the Warner brothers with one group and the other with the other group. Especially if we're just spilling beans on a for higher up fish on a bigger fish. The mastermind of all this, quote unquote.
I think if we're splitting here, Victor, you should go with the group that doesn't go pick up the other brother. Because that way you'll have, Poochie over there to help keep guard.
Plus, I can also probably get some bend some ears and get some and start laying the groundwork for all this. Yeah, for amnesty and all that. So might as well.
Okay,
So, yeah,
so who's in which group then?
it's prob-
Group 1, assemble over here. Group 2, assemble over there. This is for Grog.
Gorg. Yep.
And this is to Capital.
Okay. Hang on.
Well, she is here too.
yeah.
Yes.
So Victor will be over here with the capital, and
I think Electra should go with Grog to go get Grog.
yeah,
Whoop.
I want to send the smart one with group 2.
Grug is the brother that's on the wilderness.
Yes, so we want to send Grigg to the capital.
Yep.
Okay, and Eris is going to go over to go get Grog.
Yeah.
Okay. I shall go with group 2 then, and then we can send Mountain Blood with to go get Grog. There we go. That's actually pretty balanced because at least there's one caster there, there's one caster here.
And like I said, we have one person to take the front.
Want to get technical? There's 2
Sure.
casters there, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's like
I have shown Electra can use magic, so.
I was going to point out that Ridge is a 1/3 caster, so But he's more of a tank than anything else. But otherwise, yeah, I think I'm happy it's balanced too.
Okay, so everyone give me initiative rolls here.
All right.
We're going to select my character this time and be smart.
Okay.
9.
19.
Not one.
I rolled a 19 for my initiative, so I just waiting for the list.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the capital group first. So, Grigg goes, the best way to get to the capital if we're going to take the back roads is I know there is a small kind of old dry riverbed that flows here to near where the forest, the grasslands start kicking in. Be kind of low so we can keep out of the sun a little bit better when it gets starting close to dusk. And it's shouldn't be, hopefully, any monsters along the way. Sound good to you guys?
Sounds good to me.
Yea,
Ready?
verily.
So, you guys are gonna set off then?
Yep.
Okay, everyone give me a constitution check for this today. With advantage for you two.
Funny.
I'm giving you advantage, Lyric, because you took your umbrella out, so.
That's a 21.
So yeah, you, drink a little out of your, water skins over the course of the day, but not enough to really cause you any issues.
19.
No. Okay. Well, I wasn't doing your group yet, but if you want to let that one roll and actually tell you to do yours, hold it. So.
Oh, okay. You said everyone. I didn't realize you meant just the one group.
Yeah, one. Well, yeah, I probably didn't play that best, but whatever.
We're group 2, not the one group. You're group 1.
Waka waka waka.
Everyone, give me a perception check. That's in group 2.
Okay.
That's a non-natural 20.
That's neat. All the sun and sand, jeez.
Yeah, over the course of the day, you see a few. Victory, you see a couple like bigger animals, kind of that big cloud of dust off in the desert that you couldn't quite tell what it was, kind of going around here again.
More wildlife. Yee.
Yep. Lyric, you see a couple of smaller, like little desert rodents kind of sneaking around here and there. A couple vultures flying by, or birds of prey of some kind. You see one of those poor desert rodents not seeing the hawk come by and swoop it up. But yeah, you don't see, it seems like anyone's following you. Come around dusk, you can start seeing more remnants of what's the edge of the desert as you kind of hit a small little river where the desert and the grassland seem to break apart. You hear Grigg go, good, we're out of the desert now. We should make camp here for the night.
Sorry, back. Phone.
Welcome back.
Good. They hear the other orc brother. Good. That means I can start eating. As he grabs the potato and starts munching.
It's the raw potato.
More raw potato eating. You see Grigg go. Hey, we can say that we got to set up camp first. We'll eat after that, okay, brother? Fine. Just shoves the whole thing in his mouth and eats it as quick as possible.
Lyric is going to play the Song of Her People as they set up the camp for the night.
Is it the campfire song?
Song of Her People.
And what's the song of her people?
Right, Rock Lobster.
She sings the old man with his pants around his ankle song. The won't you come home tonight? Won't you come home tonight?
Old gray man just ain't what she used to be.
Used to be.
Ain't what she used to be.
Song of people, you say?
Okay, so group one, the other that's only got the one brother. Everyone give me your, well, you already got your 19, Andaris, but Mountain Blood, give me your con check. Oh yeah, you plow through the desert with no issues. Andaris, you seem to go through a little bit more water than you think of, but nothing that's not going to cause any issues. Now, she's fine. Yep. Everyone give me perception checks too, then, for group one.
All right. 24.
Jesus. Hey. Over the, about a couple hours in, you see the brother Greg go, hey, there is, as he also noticed it too, there is a, hyena following us. Could we be worried? As you guys both Mountain Blood and Andaris realize, it's your hyena friend from the other day.
Hey, hi, buddy. I want to see if I can coax it closer.
Okay, give me a handle animal check.
And... 7.
It's giving you a wide berth because you're with two people it doesn't know.
I get you, hyena friend. I understand.
That hyena is your friend?
We've met a few times before.
Oh, I wish I could have a hyena friend. Maybe
He
one
has the
day.
Gavorka.
Takes a lot of skill. Takes a lot of focus and determination in order to get them to become a friend. I'm still getting there.
By the end of all this, Blood is going to be a dual class fucking barbarian, ranger, wizard, bard.
Multi-class in every category.
And druid, if he's gonna have animal friends, druid.
Sounds absurd to me.
I am the jack of all trades.
Why are you having trouble killing this bandit? I have so many multi-classes.
I'm proficient in almost everything. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, dude, just get mad and smash until it stops moving.
Then
Yeah,
that wouldn't go
over the
well
course
within a
of the
monk.
You see Electric, okay, yeah. I think this is the kind of the path he took me on. We're getting close to where, we ran into the brother the other day. Grug. Yeah, he should be getting close to him. Oh,
What do you
hear
know?
the one, Greg go, oh, I haven't seen Grug in forever. I hope he's doing okay. Is Grug doing okay? He kind of points to you, looks to ask you guys that.
Uh,
Brother Grigg says you saw him the other day.
yeah, last we saw him, he was fine and dandy.
Good, good. So, a couple hours later, getting close to the, a little bit after dusk, you come to that same kind of camping area you took the last time as you were leaving to the desert. You see, the one friendly orc you saw the other day, Grug, sitting next to a campfire, looks like he's whittling away on some wood. As he's just sitting there for the night. What are you gonna do?
Give him a wave as we, and a whistle as we get within line of sight.
He kind of, stands up. Kind of walks forward. Oh, it's you guys. How was your... Oh no, where are your friends? Did the desert not treat them well?
It didn't, but they're more or less fine. They're just elsewhere.
Oh,
God, it was terrible. It took them both out. Oh God.
I'm conflicting answers. What? Are they okay?
I just took them like, no, they're fine. They're fine. I just
Oh,
wanted to be dramatic. I'm sorry.
good. Did my information help you?
Yes.
As you're saying that, he goes, brother! Kind of runs up and hugs. They hug each other. Oh, it's so good to. I haven't. Did you get your name cleared? You kind of hear him back. We're
Yeah.
these people are helping us do that right now. So we're all going back to the capital. You're coming with us too, right?
Look
Seems
to
like a
and
work in
I just
progress.
I just look towards and there's like when a person's name is clear, that doesn't mean they get to change their name, does it?
No,
They
no.
keep it the same. Oh, okay, just checking.
Electra chimes in. Yes. Kind of goes up to him. Kind of does that arm around the shoulder thing. We think that there's someone that might be trying to come after you boys, so we're gonna get you back to the capital for safekeeping. We'll set out in the morning, okay?
It's protection.
So for now, we should all get some rest and relax for tonight, okay? And you see the brother Greg pull out his bunch of potatoes. I brought food. Ooh,
Like-
good. We can boil them.
Like you can bake those, right? He looks at it, chomps it in his mouth, sticks his whole head in the fire like Mongo lighting a cigar.
He's like, good, I have a fire. We can get some cooked up. Yeah, that's right. You can cook them. I forgot about that. Still good, though.
My goodness.
So yeah, you guys have some nice roasted potatoes for the night. How do you, other group, how do you prepare your potatoes?
Well,
Termination.
I'm saying, do we have a? Video will probably take out a makeshift mess kit and just start as they prepare a fire, try and slice potatoes up, cook them, and then get something manageable prepared, just something simple.
And you see Grigg pull a pot out of his backpack, scoop some water from the river, and starts has like a little thing where he can make a little makeshift things where he starts boiling some of his potatoes.
But it just shrugs. It's not really what he wants to do anyway. So while Greg is doing that, he's gonna side out to him and just says, "Do you mind if I ask your brother a couple questions? Well, primarily one question."
I don't see an issue with that.
Might Alright then. So I just want to be upfront. And Victor will go off to find what's this, Grog or Grug?
Grog came with you. Greg is the smart one.
Yeah,
Greg
maybe
is with the
Grig's-
other group.
Oh my god, I'm gonna mess these names up so hard. Just trying to remember Greg, Grog, Greg, and Grog.
We've got Greg.
Okay, Greg and Grog. Okay.
Greg with the eye is the intelligent one.
Yeah, no, I got that. It's and Grug is the one the group one went to go meet, the one from
Yep.
you. So it's now Greg and Grug. I think this is the one split between two of us. That's the best I'm going to be able to say it. Be able to say that. So Victor will go find Grog, who's I'm sure just munching on a raw potato like it's no tomorrow.
Yep.
Hey, Grog, buddy.
Yes. You want potato? He hands you a potato.
Victor will take the potato and take the tiniest of nibbles. It seems like it tastes just like a raw potato.
Yep.
Delicious. So, your brother Greg was telling me he somebody had got you roped up into this whole mess. That
Aren't raw potatoes poisonous?
No. They just don't taste very... They're harder and they don't taste very good. It's if they're green, I think is when that potentially could happen, but I don't think so.
yeah, I think that means that's here because they're rotting at that point, or infected. Either way. So Vader point will bring up the fact that you got roped into this by some woman. I wanted to ask you a quick question about them.
Oh, that was a couple of months ago. I'll try remember.
Did she have a dagger with her? It would have been black, had maybe a little hard to look at, little some unsightly runes on it.
No, I remember her having a sword of some kind. Didn't seem special.
Not-haired woman, just a sword. And that's it?
Let me think.
So did she have a name? Did you go by a name or any kind of a moniker?
Moniker. What moniker?
A nickname. Basically something, not their given name, but just a name just to have them to go by.
No, she never gave me her name.
So how'd you and your brother meet this woman?
We were out, me and brother Greg, out fighting stuff, keep out of city that's not good for city, like mummies and weird monsters that like to hurt people. What's when Lady saw us, said that there was some monsters that were going to be attacking city, he said disguised as human. And then on day all monsters attack city, saw people didn't know, assumed monster people.
All right. That's all you can remember? Like Victor will be drawing this down on a little notebook he would have with him. Just some spare paper.
Let me roll for one more thing here.
Come on.
One
Greg,
thing
remember.
I remember that I just remembered, cloak she wore. The thing that you kind of gestures like holds it where you like tie it.
Yeah.
Had some skull ornamental thing.
Can you draw it
Thought
for
cool
me?
at time, just totally forgot about it till now.
Could you draw it for me? Just for the his writing utensil on a piece of paper.
So yeah, he kind of draws it. Just a very rudimentary skull. I no good drawer.
It's all right. It's all right, Grog. And Victor will just last like he'll offer like a water skin. Like actually, hold on one second. Does he have anything nicer to hand over?
Yeah, you are by a river, so you can refill them. If
I
you
think
would
he
have
still has a
gone
little bit.
through the normal amount that you would have in a day, or through a desert, so
He'll hand him what's left of his standard preserved meat, just something to go with the potato.
ooh, meat.
I'm pretty sure I'll be the last of what he has of that. Yeah, 1 week and 2 days left. I'm assuming he has probably less than half of that. So let's just say 4 days.
Sounds good. Lyric, you did anything tonight?
No, she's just gonna rest and relax for the moment.
Okay, so we'll jump over to the other group. Andaris, you did anything for the night?
He might be just kind of bored around the campfire, regaling Mountain Blood and Co. with some little folk tales from his homeland, like children's fairy tales level of involved storytelling, but it's something to pass the time.
Both Greg and Grug are absolutely enthralled by them. They both go, I've never heard those stories before. Brother
Yes,
Grigg used to tell us ones stuff like that when we were younger, but never heard these before.
yes, such golden oldies as the tale of the rabbit and the eggplant.
I didn't know eggplants could talk. Interesting.
Well, when you have the speak to plants ability.
Mountain Blood, anything you want to do for the night?
I think I'll just look up into the stars and just take in everything that happened so far and reflect upon the future.
Okay, so next morning, people make another quick breakfast potato dish of some kind,
Yep.
and everyone starts heading out. So we'll go with group 2 here. Everyone give me a perception check.
Sure thing. And
19.
perception. 6.
Heading towards the capital, you don't see really anything over the course of the day, Victor. Lyric, you see a few, what looks like, when you start getting closer to the capital, you start kind of hard to avoid trails. You see a few, like, farmers hauling some stuff around, merchants, stuff like that. Nothing out of the ordinary. But yeah, you make it to the, you start, after a couple hours near the end of the day, you start seeing what the walls of the capital that you're closing in on.
Finally, back someplace not burning sun and burning sands. Oh, sweet. It's so nice to
Yeah.
sleep in
We'll
my
cut
bed-
to group
my
1
bed tonight.
now. Andaris, Mountain Blood, give me your perception checks.
12.
Nat 20 plus 2.
So yeah, Mountain Blood, over the course of the day, you happen to notice that no one's following you. You seem to have made it through that whole thing scot-free. You see a couple, because you're kind of gotten onto the main road before the other group. Whenever you see a couple people coming, so you're like, okay, quick, everyone hide. And you're able to get kind of into the back roads before you run into everyone until you, after a couple of hours, you see near the, starting to get towards the evening, the same walls of the capital. And you also happen to see the other group kind of walking up from the little different path they took.
Well,
Well,
what
hail,
decides to
hail, the
show up?
gang's all here.
Oh, how's your? It's like Victor will wave over to him. Like, how's your travels?
Uneventful. Yours?
Best days ever.
Pretty much the same. Oh well, rather take precautions and not be warranted than not take them and suddenly be in the midst of angry gang or angry bunch of gang of ne'er-do-wells.
Sometimes it's better go in head first and go in head first and ask questions later.
Sometimes this caution's the better part of valor. I'm just glad it wasn't
each
needed.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the brothers are all together and all having a nice, cheerful get together.
Yeah, but after they do that, you see Greg starts walking towards you guys. So, how are we going to approach the city then?
On foot.
It's more important to point out that if anybody recognizes the brothers from wanted posters, especially the guards. Well, I don't think they won't take pot shots immediately, especially if they see that we're with them. But it's probably the best we stay together at this point.
Yes.
Let
And
me
you mentioned
Larry
you
keep
had
talking.
connections to the army, correct?
Correct. I have. We know the legate of my role of command. We have
Yeah.
and he grumbles a bit. We have my brother if I have to go talk to him.
Give me
And
an intelligence check, Victor.
oh boy, intelligence check.
Yep.
Here we go, 20.
Yeah, your brother's probably down south in Acrux, honestly, so he's probably not going to be here.
Looks.
Oh no, that's awful.
Yeah. Oh no. Anyway,
But anyway.
Would it be
looks at Lyric like how many.
But you do remember your next door neighbor is one of the other legates.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I do have my next door neighbor is the lead of the capital guard, so and worst case scenario, I might be able to get a word up to the emperor.
Oh, he's not. He's more the police force than the Capitol Guard. That's the.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. That does sound better, but more kind of like the
Yeah.
police force for the city.
Yeah.
would it be wise to say if we had rope or chains or something that we could tie both of the
No.
brothers up as prisoners to make it
No.
appear?
No, there's no need.
That we would just kind of play it off as if we found them?
I mean, we did find them. That's why they're with us. There's no need to chain them up or rope them up. They've come peacefully.
Yeah, but to give the city the appearance that we found and captured them.
We also want to give off the appearance that we think their story is believable and that they're innocent. As far as being misled into thinking some danger was coming to their town.
That's what I was saying. That we probably want Lyric and myself up front to kind of deal with the guards if you have any questions.
I mean, didn't you send a letter saying we were coming back with them, Victor? It's 2 days. You should have sent a letter from when we were in town.
Now you say it out loud. Damn it. I knew
say
I
it
was
out
like,
loud.
That would have been the prudent thing to do.
Yes,
That
yes,
would-
I did. Of course it did. That's still in my pocket.
Yeah, you never told me to do that, so they don't know you're coming.
oh shit. Oh, hold on. I got.
Lyric just pinches her nose. Okay, Electra, go.
It's all. It's all right.
Go get the guard captain, please.
It's all right. Let me just write
He
something.
kind of
real quick.
nods and poofs away.
I was gonna say it would only take a minute. It's
There's
not
no
like
point. It would be delivered now,
Yeah,
and we're here already. No, we just might as well get the town guard captain. We just might as well just go right to the higher up.
there was something I was forgetting. All right, let's get this over with. So I guess we're camping out here until
Victor, you're a terrible administrator.
that's why I delegate.
Veto.
Yeah, about 10 minutes later, you see Electra start walking back up towards you guys. Yeah, warn the guards you're coming, so...
Okay, thank you, Electra.
Thank you. Thank you, Electra.
They said something about Ingvar will meet you.
Okay, perfect.
Looks at you, Victor. Am I dismissed for the day?
Yeah, pretty much. I think we can handle things from here. Just meet us back at the headquarters once you're checking with your family, make sure everything's all right, just so we can get after we collect the bounty.
Yes, Daddy will be worried about me because I didn't stop in when I was here a couple days ago with bringing you back here, Grigg. Yes, very well. Let's get this over with. So you guys,
best faces, everybody.
so you walk up to the gate and you see a few extra guards there. You also see a man in that same old bull helmet.
Hail Ingvar at Astra. Why I mix up
Itir
this
ad
every single
Astra.
Itir ad Astra.
ITER ad Astra.
One of these days, I will get Latin. I will learn Latin and get this down correctly.
Yeah,
One
ad
day.
Astra is pretty easy, but
What's the matter with you? Ain't brushing up on your 3,000-year-old dead languages?
oh, gentlemen, you have some friends you brought to us, I see.
This might be a strong word. More like seeking asylum. Seeking protection. Associates, yes.
So yes, I've heard you believe they may have been, as Electra put it, tricked into doing what they did.
I don't simply believe it. It's pretty obvious. They don't like. It looks kind of apologetically to Greg, and it's like steps forward to Dingvar. They're not exactly the brightest of the bunch. Just the two specific brothers in question. I don't, unless they got pushed or prodded by somebody else. There's no way they would actually go.
You hear
So
Grog
there's-
going to Grigg. Brother, is that the Minotaur thing you told me about that exists? No, that's just a helmet, brother.
It's like they're
Oh, I was hoping we would get to see a Minotaur. The capital's supposed to be full of all different kinds of
We
people.
were in Altair, right?
They were in Altair, yes.
Altair. Okay. So Lyric's just gonna look at Victor. It's like, Victor, the easiest explanation is there was a whole town willing to hide these orc brothers away from being captured or killed. They obviously believe that they are noble souls and have done well for their community. There was obviously some sort of mix-up that caused these brothers to do something that they would normally never ever do.
As you hear Ingvar sigh, yes, that does seem to be the case, but they still did, unfortunately, end lives.
Yes, that's why we wanted to bring all the brothers here and talk with you to see if there was any way we can first suspend the bounties on them, and two, have some way for them to be in some sort of protective custody until we, and she points to everyone in the group, figure out exactly what's going on.
I see that shouldn't be an issue, and you think that the perpetrator that tricked them, well, hoping that their bounty hunters would turn them in dead, would erase any knowledge of them from getting out, correct?
exactly.
Yeah, that's what we hypothesized, at least.
And then Greg chime in, and yes, and now they may be after me and the Grug here, who are known innocent just because we look alike.
More importantly, in case they got captured by this other party, they would probably they use as levers to kind of wipe out the whole family. You know, nobody,
and
nobody.
potentially the town. We needed to remove them from Altair completely. Just anything. We don't want to risk another town being destroyed.
Yes. We don't want another town like Arcturus on our hands, do we?
Vader just kind of looked down a little way, just just very unsettled by thinking back to Arcturus. Yeah.
So yeah, we found this to be the most reasonable course, and here we are. And she
Very
kinda looks-
well.
She kind of
Grog.
looks at the she kind of looks at the captain. Well, technically, we did bring them in alive, and she just puts out her hand for gold.
We will get that to you.
Okay.
I don't have it on me, miss.
All right.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm new to this. I don't
we'll
understand.
work at Lyric will work out the details once we get these gentlemen safely in the capital and the details worked out.
So you see him go over, start looking at the two orc brothers. So, Greg, Grog, can you describe who put you up to this? Me and Greg not best at remembering. All I remember is lady in cloak, pretty nice clothing, brownish hair, longer.
Yeah, Victor will cough like and skull and cloak.
Yes. Does that same kind of skull on cloak. Everyone give me a perception check here quick.
All right.
That's
11.
An 8. God, my perception rolls suck. Why do they constantly keep sucking?
7.
Who said they had 11?
Me.
And you said 8, right? Or what'd you say, Lyric?
I have 16.
16, okay. So, the only person people notices are Andaris and Lyric. Andaris, you seem to see, like, his, like, Ingvar's body motion seems to change a little bit. You can't figure out what, but something about that skull pendant. He might realize what that means. Lyric, with your perception, you could see his body tense up. Like, in anger. You can, like, see his fists kind of, like, clench up and, like, start shaking in rage from hearing that.
Lyric just kind of.
And then he settled, like, you hear him kind of, like, exhale, like, to calm himself down. Well, Greg and Grug, we'll get you guys someplace to stay tonight. Friend of mine runs an inn. He'll welcome you there for the night. Unfortunately, Grog and Greg, I believe what you say that you're innocent, but until you're proven innocent, we do have to. We'll have to put you in jail for the night. For now, is that okay? Grog, understand. No sense running from anymore. As they kind of take out some handcuffs and lead him off into the city.
Lyric just kind of looks at the brothers going to jail for the evening. He says he believes you. It's gonna get fixed, okay?
You see, hear Greg talk up. This is protocol. He's right. We'll get you guys out of there as soon as we can. You'll be safer there. He kind of goes to one of the guards. Send word to the other towns. Get their bounty posters removed.
You might want to say that they're dead. Lyric kind of does like a smudge face, just like, it might be a good idea that they're, hey, we got them dead.
Yes, report they're dead. Very well, Captain. Kind of does the Astra salute as he kind of heads off.
Like, you also might want to send a note. It's like, Victor will turn to Larry, like, you also want to send a notice back to the town saying otherwise. Mostly in case we ever go back that way and suddenly have a whole angry town on our hands.
You hear Grigg pop up. I will send a letter to, I regret this name, but I'm going to stick to it.
Altair.
No. I'll send a letter to, Shandathus. He can explain it properly. The bar owner, so.
Yeah.
If you were about to say they had a fifth brother named Gorp, I was going to punch you.
They'll find you out in the middle of whatever godforsaken winter wilderness and just pop you one.
Garg.
Yeah, that would have been it if I would have done a fifth. It would have been, Greg. Which is actually their father's name, so. So there, you're not wrong, but their father's dead.
Hooray!
So it was
Right,
Greg, son of Greg.
All's well that ends well. Also, I don't know about you folks, but I've got I like to rest in my own bed for once. Someplace nice and cool.
So, gentlemen.
Lyric puts a hand on Victor's shoulders. Nope, you're coming with me for a minute.
But he goes to you,
Bounty?
Victor, before you start saying anything. So, I'll get the bounty sent to your office. What's his name?
EX?
I had forgotten it. So, I've talked to EX a couple times when you've been gone. Nice fellow. Would have been nice to have him serving in the army, but shame about his leg. But nice guy. He'll make sure he can get to that taken care of for you.
Yeah,
I believe he said he wanted to talk to you as well. Once he had something about a new job for you already.
Oh, fantastic. Well, yeah. EX is really good with the like. I hate to say good with paperwork, but he's also good sparring partner. So, what given prior professional. But yeah, I'll be sure to see him on the way in. Well, Ingvar, it's been a pleasure talking to you again. Hope keep us in mind in case you have any other jobs that you have in mind. Anything on or off the books. And just gives that sly wink.
Well, if you want to keep working for it, I'll see if we can throw something your way.
So anyway, on to what I'm sure Lyric is just kind of nudging and pushing him along, like. It's like, all right, Larry, what is it?
I need to make a stop somewhere.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Where
I got some information off of Jinx.
So basically, you're asking for leave of absence for a bit.
No, you're coming with me. A young lady should not go around cities unescorted, mister.
Like, fine, but on one condition. You stop by the Mage College first, and Victor would just start walking.
Fine. Just keeps up.
So he just looks back to Mountain Blood and Eris. See you in town, boys.
Don't stay out too late, you two. It's a school night.
Okay.
Victor would just flip off into Eris on the way in.
So you head into the college first?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you wind at the college. You see most of the people seem to be heading off to their beds for the night. You do happen to catch the headmaster walking around when you get there. Ah, Victor, and I can't remember, have you met the headmaster, Lyric?
I think I set up some sort of disguise japery for her. Yes, I'm pretty
That
sure.
was the headmaster. That was one of the teachers. That was.
Oh, that was one of the teachers. That's right.
Yeah.
We're talking about the headmaster of the school. What's his
Yeah,
name?
an older looking
Yeah.
elf gentleman.
I want to say Davidan, something. Dan
Davhan
something.
Moonshadow.
That was it.
Ah,
Ah,
Victor.
Man on the ones and twos, Dan Avadan.
Victor,
Davidan.
good evening, good evening, sir. What brings you to the college tonight? Classes have closed up for the day, and most people are heading home. Was there something I could help you with?
Yes, I was looking for what's her name again? Give me 1
Althea?
minute. I'll tell you. Yes, I was just looking through my notes for that. I did write it down multiple times. But yes, I was looking for Althea. I was hoping to check in for her, but a couple of quests I had made for I had made to her on for me and Dura's behalf.
Ah, I see. She should be hopefully in her office right now. And who are you, young lady? I don't think I've had the honor of meeting your acquaintance here, Victor. I heard
This
you
is
opened up
Lyric.
a mercenary guild. Is she one of your new recruits?
Indeed, this is Lyric, mage extraordinaire.
Ah, she is a bard
technically,
from the.
Bardic,
yeah,
sorry, Bardic
I'm
extraordinaire.
not a mage. I make magic with people's emotions.
Ah, yes, not a.
It's all magecraft of some sort. It's all arcane.
I mean, there's a fundamental difference. You use some arcane mysticism. I use people's. There's a difference. Victor.
Just take the compliment. Jeez.
The magic of
Dude.
song.
I'm Bard extraordinaire. Please please just get me. Stop being awkward about this.
I'm not the one awkward about this, Victor.
We've been trudging for the desert. I'm tired.
Anyway, nice to meet you.
But yes,
As he kind of does that, like,
Um,
arm to his belly kind of bow thing. It's an honor to meet you, Miss Lyric. I assume you're one of Osborne's students.
Uh-huh.
Ah, yes. He runs a fine school over there. Different than what we do here, but something the world does always need, and that's good for everyone.
Yep.
Ah, old friends with him. If you see him, give him my regards.
Well, I was tasked to go out and see the world after I finished all of my training, so
You're that
I'll
part
be
of
back there
your
for a while.
training. Always a fun part. Well, I hope to hear stories and songs of your adventures. Always good hearing those. As he starts walking, he's just humming a little, little jaunty tune.
Lyric just leans over.
It seems it's one of the tunes that the headmaster used to play a lot. One of his songs.
you were saying, Lyric?
What are we doing here?
More or less, turning something over that we got requested to do as a side job. So, as Victor continues to Altea's office.
Okay, you see a note on the door. I am out of my office for the day. I will be back in tomorrow.
Typical college professor, am I right?
Yeah. Well, never mind then. I'm supposed to hand this in. All right, that's your thing. As you know, hon, Victor would just write a note, a quick note, and shove it under her
What's the note
table,
say?
under the door, saying, "Hey, special delivery for Pyronics." Hey, see, it's like Victor. Just our dash V in this case.
Okay.
Let's not be too obvious.
Okay, and are you gonna head back to the your office then?
No. Lyric wanted to go on that run. I want to go make
Oh, yeah,
a rendezvous. So
Where'd you want to go then, Lyric?
Derek wants to start learning Thieves' Cant.
So you're going to the bar, the Rat's Den, then, huh?
Yep, we're going to the Rat's End to speak to the bartender.
Okay. Yeah, you remember? Would you go to this bar before with her, Victor?
not well. Once yes, and one other time no. So he's been there twice now. So
Okay, so
Victor
yeah,
was,
you remember this bar.
well, the rats then. Didn't think we were back here this early.
So yeah,
I don't
you
know.
see that same waitress that you saw there the last time you were here that looked kind of like Xanatha. And you see that same bartender. And you see a few kind of people kind of like talking in the corner. You see that one really big guy, kind of the bouncer guy, as you kind of walk in. Evening, lady and gentlemen. How are you tonight?
Famished, tired, hungry. What do you got?
We food done for day. Only drink.
And Victor's gonna slide over a couple of gold coins. Like, well, by all means.
Because yeah,
Could use
that late
the,
waitress is kind of more doing like the cleaning, kind of the food kind of prep area there.
yeah. Well, Victor's like, in that case, drinks it is then. That's why he's offering over 2 gold coins for him and Lyric.
Okay, you can pay the bartender. I'm just the muscle.
Lyric just gently taps his like pectoral shoulder area. That you are. And she just walks right in.
Victor just shrugs like, eh. All right, as you say so. So Victor will follow behind Lyric.
So yeah, you see the bartender goes, evening, fellas. What can
I mean,
I get for you today?
I'm not a fella, but you know.
He
Is it
meant
turn-
it as just a general term for people coming in.
It's-
How can I
it's
help you,
10
ma'am?
points, Lyric, come on.
Everyone has been misgendered and misclassed and anyway.
Look, I'll make it up to you. But it's like, what do you? It's like Victor will put the 2 gold he was originally giving to the.
Yeah, you can tell
Like
Victor's really
monster.
paying attention. Be like, meet Lyric, our definitely male Genasi wizard.
You know what? Just on that note, is exactly what he's gonna do. It's like, welcome. Here's 2 gold. Get me something strong for me and anything the lady wants.
Okay, he pours you a whiskey into a kind of not the cleanest looking glass, but it's good enough. You'd say it'd be fine because it's something how hard you're drinking.
I'm sure the alcohol will deal with anything else that's in there. It's fine. He's been in bars like this before. He's been in bar
And
and
you,
taverns
ma'am?
Victor would just take a nice good swig.
Not the best, but it's liquor. It'll get you drunk if you're trying to get drunk. Roll
Again,
me a
Victor just
con
shrugs.
save.
Oh boy. 18.
Yeah, if you would have drank that a little faster, you might have been feeling the effects of it pretty quick, though. He wasn't kidding when you said something hard. He gave you something hard.
Yeah, it's been that kind of. Just feels like it's been that kind of week or two.
But yeah, you hear
Yeah.
he asks you, Lyric, what you'll take then, ma'am.
Not what he's having. Do you have wine?
Wine? And kind of looks under, pulls out a
Oh,
bottle. It's a little
do you
dusty.
Do you happen to have actually? I have a taste for something very specific. Do you happen to have any prickly pear wine?
Hmm.
You see, I came across a tabaxi in the desert, and he said it's quite refined in taste.
Yeah, so you're the one he wrote me about, huh?
Whatever do you mean? I'm rolling a deception for Victor. That's a 17 if he wants to try and insight me.
No, he doesn't care at this point.
Okay.
He literally does not care. It's like, fine, whatever. I'll leave you. I'll leave you. Keep your secrets.
So, your friend cool?
The shaved horn one? Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I can teach you that. It's not going to be free though.
I don't have a problem paying. Or maybe you have favors you need me to do.
Well, I'll see if I can find some favors for you, but lower the price. But I'd say if you give me 50 gold right now, I can start teaching you some of the basics.
She'll go down. She'll look at Victor. Tell you what. Send an invoice to the Canis or. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the company name.
Look at your math for a minute and look down.
Sorry, but this is off the books.
Hmm. Okay.
It's like Victor will just look for like how much. Let's say how much you're asking for.
She'll go ahead and pop down the 50.
Very well. So this place is a little deader during the day. I'll get you what you need. Just we'll start you. Can you start tomorrow?
She looks at Victor. I mean, it depends upon what work he finds, but they like to be lazy, so sure.
Oh, very well.
Don't-
I'll let this go. Whenever you can make it in here, I'll teach you over time.
Don't mind me, just trying to run a company and build up a fortune. Don't need to work too hard on my watch.
Lyric will
Or
be
just
like,
take it out.
okay, every day that I can be in here, I'll be in here for however long you need me here.
May up the price again later, so just keep that in mind, depending on how I think you're ready to learn the next parts of it. So,
Lyric looks at him. Okay, I can definitely do that. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
so something nagging at the back of your mind, Victor, that Ingvar said EX wants to talk to you, and maybe you should do that tonight.
Yeah, he definitely was.
So, just a
Definitely.
question out of curiosity: Andaris and Mountain Blood, what did you do once you broke off from Victor?
Probably headed right back for the guild hall.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna save this for when Victor gets there, and we'll go from there. So, and
Well,
Lyric, you head
before-
back to the guild hall too.
Sure.
Okay.
By the way, as soon as they're out of earshot of the tavern, Victor's just gonna lean ever so slightly over to Lyric. I don't know what that was all about. I don't particularly care, but don't let anything bad reflect upon the company.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ask.
I moved that wrong.
Actually,
I
no,
moved
that's
that
not even
wrong.
ask. That's all he's telling her. That was an order. Just
Well, I mean, that what reflects good or bad on the company is dependent upon things, isn't it?
it's like all I'm saying is if anything bad comes of it, I don't want. Don't make me have to disavow any knowledge of your actions. They just went to a seedy bar and she ordered something that Victor's not is bright enough to know that it's something entirely off the books. It only means seedy things. He doesn't care. But if bad things happen because of it, he's saying it's on you.
I'm just getting more resources. That's all. Wouldn't you have liked and enjoyed understanding Jinx a little bit more?
Not really. He seems kind of a smartass.
There's always messaging in those smartass comments. You smartass.
Fair enough.
So yeah, as you
Well,
approach the guild hall, you see EX kind of leaning against the front. Oh, good. You're here, Captain. So, I got a new job lined up for you. He's waiting inside to talk to you.
Anything I should be aware of? Anything I should be worried about?
You'll find out when you get in there. So,
They're just gonna
As
give
you-
EX a side eye like that's not a lot. Oh, fine. Let's see what this is all about.
as you walk in the door, I haven't refurnished this yet, you see your brother sitting at one of the tables. Along with his squire
Who else
Isaac.
is-
Ugh. So, you've made it, brother. Well, looks like I have a job for you. And that is where we're going to end the session for the day.